All right, we just got to Trails End, our site number 12, and we pretty much drove around the whole park and found a couple of sites that we thought might be nice to look at and reserve for next year or next time we visit. So this campground is kind of nestled in between, it's like Seagull Lake, Seagull River, and then what's the lake to the north of us? Saginaga. Very pretty.
There's a beaver dam. Beaver house.
A beaver lodge.
Yeah.
I always call them lodges. I guess they're houses. All right. Time of the clip where I give you a kissy. Trails End. This is at Trails End, and we're getting prepared for a 5-day trip. You can see Meg is hard at work, and this is our food for the next 5 days. So everything that you just told me, tell me again.
This is a bacon smoked Gouda breakfast skillet. There's eggs and a hash and an onion, cheddar bacon, breakfast skillet, eggs, cheddar, onion, bacon, hash. Same thing. And then we have 2 bags of blueberry pancakes with maple syrup. For dinner the first night we're going to have the pineapple pork sausage, and I'm going to make some potato chips over an open fire. We have some aioli to dip our chips in. This is a blue cheese mac and cheese. Barbecued pulled pork with rice. Melt in your mouth chicken. Kahlua pork and pineapple. Doggy's food for 5 days. Fish supplies. Oil for fish, oil for food. This is a bacon cheddar chicken lunch snack. This is a curry chicken lunch snack, a cheese lunch snack, and 5 days of power bars, 5 days of drinks, and Jim's coffee.
Awesome. That was a lot of hard work, baby. Thank you. So entry point number 54. All right. We ready? All right. Seagull Lake? We had a tailwind coming in, and almost as soon as we hit the big lake, it turned into a headwind. Started getting a little choppy. But the first part of this paddle, we came in here, and we're coming across here to these islands. So this should be pretty protected. And then we'll be in this group of islands for a little while. And our goal for today is to just kind of make it generally down to somewhere in here on Seagull Lake. So that's the first campground, which actually looks pretty nice. And that would be that campground right there. The Seagull Lake, at this edge of it, this northeastern edge, and it has so many islands. It's almost like paddling a little maze of rivers and waterways. And so we're stopping periodically and frequently to check our location, and using both the map and the GPS. So we're just across from 1 Mile Island, or I'm sorry, Miles Island, and the wind has kicked up, and you can't really see it, but out there in the main lake, it's sort of white cappy. But if you look along the shore, it's really protected. So we're going to go around, and we're going to be essentially paddling along the shoreline, the northwest shoreline of Seagull Lake, and essentially that's going to keep us out of the heavy wind and white caps, and we'll have a much nicer, easier day. And we'll just, if we get to a section where it's really windy, we'll just wait for the wind to die down. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. We got to this little island site. And this site actually looks like maybe 20 or 30 years ago there was a burn. And everything is really short and stubby. But this could be a possibility. See what things look like. We kind of have a tent pad here. Wouldn't be level. Have a fire pit. I think Michelle said that it's getting on to be about 3 o'clock. And we've probably paddled 4 to 5 miles. It's not too bad. Oh, this could be the tent pad back here. That's not bad. We'll do some exploring and see what we think. Up this trail. Yeah, you see how kind of this island. It's really pretty. But it just, everything looks like the growth is probably 20 years maybe. 15 to 20. Oh, looks like there's a loon in the water over there. I think this could be, we're going to be out 8 nights potentially, and this is just our first night. It's pretty. I think that if we were to go out that way from here, there, you know, there's at least 9 other sites out there. And then down there to the southwest, which I think would be approximately that way, there's the portage into Alpine Lake.
I don't think that that's for today.
No, definitely not. I'm actually thinking that this could be a good spot for a day or two.
You want to stay here?
Okay, well, I think that we decided that this is going to be the site for the night.
Might be fun fishing because it goes pretty deep right here. You hear me?
Yeah. No, don't go down there, Mishka.
So this is
No.
467.
467. Well, it's $1 million view, that's for sure.
Look at this. This is where they have it, and this is where we are.
Yeah, they have it at kind of like, yeah, that's right exactly where it is, if it's pointing right there, right? Or do they have it on the north side?
See, that's where the Boundary Waters has it, and that's where we are.
Yikes. You ready for lunch? Yeah. this campsite that we're in on Seagull Lake is an island. And I came up here a little bit earlier to explore. The view is pretty phenomenal from up here. Mishka, what you eating? This is a little platform on the north side of the island. I'm kind of glad that our campsite is on the south. It's protected from the wind today. There's a loon out there. But yeah, this is a cool section. Okay, trip progress update. So we started here at Trails End this morning, and our entry point is essentially right here in 54. We paddled into Seagull Lake. We passed this site on this island, which was a really beautiful kind of like raised platform rock site. And then we kind of like wound our way through these islands. Essentially, it was a windy day today where the wind was kind of like coming from the west. So we tried to stay on the east side of the islands, but we paddled around Miles Island, which both of these sites were taken. And then we paddled north. This site up here is like a huge sand beach site. That was also taken. Then we kind of like started paddling over towards this island right here to check out this site, and we could see that there was a tent there. So we changed our course setting to check out the site on this island, and this is where we ended up today. So we estimate that was somewhere between 4 and 5 miles with all the meandering. Our plan for tomorrow is essentially we want to get into Alpine Lake, we think. And so tomorrow we're probably gonna pack up, not too early, and we're gonna come in and we're gonna probably check out a couple of these sites through here, a couple other island sites, site on this point, just to gain as reference, and then do this 31 rod portage into Alpine Lake. I'll have to paddle up and around and down, and I think that it'd be kind of cool to check out this site right here. It looks like it might be north facing, so if we see if there's a chance for any northern lights, we might be able to see them. It also looks like it might have a good like sunrise and sunset view. But we'll paddle around here a bit, and this is probably somewhere in here is where we'll end up on day 2. Tentative plans. Unless one of these sites over here looks amazing, then we might stop and check it out and decide to stay there. That's the tentative plan. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Beep. Shell's secret, but somehow world famous potato chips.
Oh, that's been really good. These are just getting fried now.
What kind of sausages are those? Pineapple?
Pineapple and bacon.
Bacon?
Pineapple and pork.
Go that way because there's a couple. No, I don't want to before I put it.
All right, beginning of day 2. We're just gonna do a quick look around camp to make sure we didn't forget anything. This was our water filtration area, our clothesline, our eastern balcony, and solar charging station. Basically, I really didn't use any of that wood. It was all just here that way when I got here. Fire pit. It's in good shape. And we'll just check the tent pad area. This was a really nice site. It's beautiful. One last thing to check is the bear barrel canoe barrel area. Way up on that branch. Okay. I think we are good to go. Leaving that site. It was a good site.
We're so far off our bearing now.
A big old bald eagle just landed in that tree right there. Yeah. We are where we think we are is right here, coming up to this 31 rod port into Alpine Lake. So yeah, it's probably gonna be somewhere up here on one of these sides.
I was waiting for you.
I think it's gonna be on the right hand side, but I don't want to call it just yet.
I was waiting for you to disclose it.
I think it's gonna be on the right. We'll see. Yeah, shouldn't be bad, and then we'll have then we'll be in Alpine Lake. That's going downstream, right?
Yeah.
That's an outlet. All right. We'll see what we see. So the only thing that we can really see here is the grass is pressed down a little bit right here on the right hand side. What's that?
Looks good.
All right. Legolas, what did your elf eyes see? Nothing that looks like a portage around there? All right. There is actually an opening over there that could be the start of the portage, but we have this like bony section right here. Not far, maybe 100 feet or so, that we'd have to pull the canoe. And then we could probably just, once we get into this slightly deeper section, paddle over, if that is the portage. What do you think about that, Meg? Hmm? Okay, this looks like a portage. Whew, Mishka out. All right, so I want to scout this for a minute, okay? Let's see what it would be like carrying the canoe through here. Damn. Maybe we don't want a 20-foot canoe. Not bad so far. All right, I think we're gonna do it. Okay. Okay. This. And I can take these. All right, here we go. How about if I step in front of you, and then if I see a log?
You can take him by. He's doing great.
Okay.
Going very well. You want to go in front of us?
Okay, but then I can stop at these logs and help lift Meg over. Come on. Come on, Meg. Come on, Meg. There you go. Come on, sweetie. Are you okay?
Well, I was falling backwards.
Oh, sorry, babe. Let me help her down this little section. Hey, this looks like the end. Maybe. Yeah. Holy mackerel, that wasn't too long. I kind of hope that's not a continuation. We'll go down here and see what's going on down here. But I think this is the end. Oh my gosh. That is a really cute purple caterpillar. Okay. Need Papa help?
Yeah, I'll need your help getting done.
Okay. All right, I will stage this here. And this here. I'll hold the bag while you unbuckle these. It looks like we might have to do a little bit of... Okay, I got it. We might have to do a little lining to get it out into the lake. Okay.
Thank you. You need help?
Figuring out where to set it. Set this here for now. Get this. This. Oh! There's a nice little flag right there to show the portage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, carry number 2. We don't want a 20-foot canoe. adding character to the canoe. Are you clear? This way.
I don't know what this means. I'm like directly under.
Okay. All right. If you wouldn't mind holding the boat, I'll drop this stuff and go back for the last load.
Hi, Mishka. Hi, baby girl. So this is Jim bringing the canoe from the shorter aspect of the portage from Seagull Lake into Alpine Lake. It seems like Moo is like on an African safari ride. Jim asked her, Moo, do you want to go for a paddle boat ride today? She always does. She's like so happy.
I want my own private boat.
Princess Moo.
So, I don't know, you know, this doesn't look like that much of a gain for doing like all that extra portaging. I don't know, I was expecting you to come out like way up there.
Nice
All
job,
right.
sweetie.
Huh?
Nice job.
Thank you. No, I know, we both were. Like you definitely maximized your the first load. Yeah.
I could not have carried another thing. I was having a hard time carrying balance. The proportion of weight was beyond balance.
I'm actually thinking that on the way back we should try to run that. It's going to be after a rain.
We'll talk about it when it happens.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm actually making the call right now. I would rather, like, you can walk, but I'll just line the canoe. I'll try to run and line the canoe down there. But anyhow, we made it onto Alpine Lake. So, let's check the map. All right, so what we did was we came up this portage, and actually right over here on the left-hand side, there should be a site like immediately. That would be the site here, but we'll paddle up and then we'll paddle down into Alpine Lake. Bippity-boppity-bop. And I think that I'm gonna put on a troll, but I'm just gonna put on that little wiggly tail leech.
Are you still videoing?
All right, I think we're coming up to the first site that's on Alpine Lake. It should be somewhere right in here. Do you see a fire pit or anything?
I see noticeably like human cut things. I think that tree is like way too big to be a beaver dam.
Yeah. I think I see the fire pit back there in those spruces. Anyhow, I think we're gonna bypass this site.
Yeah, I see the fire pit right there.
Yeah, that has cliffs and not easy access to the water for Meg.
Meg can't swim. She likes.
We're paddling up to, we saw this from a distance, but Michelle and I both agree that this is the biggest beaver lodge that we've seen. So we're not going to get too close, but we'll do a little paddle by. This guy's on the wrong lake. You gotta go one lake to the east.
You told him.
I came back for a kiss. Okay, this Alpine Lake we paddled by. This site looked pretty awesome from the water. We're kind of looking for a site that we may have to be at this site for a couple of days because of rain. It may rain tomorrow. But honestly, this site looks pretty awesome to me. down to a little north-facing balcony there. We got a beautiful tent pad right here. Oh, this might even be a better tent pad right here. Yeah, I kind of like it. We'll see what Michelle thinks. Mishka, what do you think? Let's go take a look. To me, it looks pretty amazing. Come on, Meg. Oogie boogie. Get up this. Get up this mountain. There you go. So we've got a little walkway to a patio that we could look north.
We just have to help Meg down to the water. So that was hard.
Okay. Come check out, I was thinking that a tent pad would be nice over here, but there's actually, I think, an even better tent pad right over here. See, that could be a tent pad. Or let's see the bead curtain, the leaf curtain into the master. Yeah, this could be a tent pad. Yeah.
Yeah, if it rains, it'll be nice and dry back here.
Yeah, and we can put up the tarp close to the fire pit. There's all those cedars up there.
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
It's good with me.
All right. We have our site pretty well set up. And though we've got a weather forecast off of Michelle's Garmin. And it's calling for rain tomorrow. So high % chance of rain. We've got our clothesline up. We put up this Pure Evil tarp. So we have a dry place to sit and cook tomorrow. We have our water filtering station. And then back here we have a tent set up. And inside the tent, oh, there's a moo in there. All right, we're ready. Should be a beautiful evening tonight, and then possibly just a rain day, rest day tomorrow. We are ready. What's for dinner tonight, Michelle?
Like a blue cheese mac and cheese. Bacon blue cheese, I think.
Bacon blue cheese. All right. A little bit of a map update. We started today on Seagull Lake at this island site. And let me paddle down into this. We did this 31 rod port right here into Alpine Lake. Paddled into Alpine Lake. Checked a few things out. We really liked this site when we passed it by. And then when we went out into the bigger part of the lake, we decided to circle back to it. Essentially, this site is it's kind of east facing. It's got protection from the west, which is where a storm is supposed to blow in tomorrow. And so chances are that we're essentially going to be in the same spot for tomorrow. And it's probably going to be a rain day all day with thunderstorms in the late afternoon. Tentative plan for the day after tomorrow is to paddle down here, do this 70 rod port into Raj Lake. Check out this campsite here, but if any of this doesn't look good, we'll do this 21 rod port back over into Seagull, and we'll probably head up here somewhere. So that's the plan. We just heard a big splash, like a beaver slapping its tail. Right over there. I don't see anything, but I don't know what else it could have been. As predicted, it is raining today, but we have the tarp and our nice dry area for all our stuff. And Michelle is cooking blueberry pancakes.
And my bug
What is it? Your
And my bug
Yeah, essentially, like when you're kind of like out there in the open, the mosquitoes are not really bad, but the closer that you get to the woods and the more you get into the woods, the mosquitoes ramp up a little bit, but they're not too bad. I mean, there's not thousands of them. There's like tens of mosquitoes. So I am going to start eating some pancakes and drinking some coffee, and we're gonna have a good morning. Cheesy cracker lunch.
It's smoked bacon Gouda.
Oh,
And
did you hear that, Meg? That sounds good, huh? We're hoping that storm passes us to the northeast. Pretty much constant thunder.
Do you see the splash?
Yeah, I did.
Was it a fish?
I think so. Might have been that northern pike that got away earlier today. Ooh. Maybe the storm is not going to miss us. Oh, there's some low clouds coming in. That looks like it could turn into a rainbow up there at some point. Yeah, that's kind of coming towards us a little bit.
Did you get the lightning?
Maybe. we're getting ready to leave our rain day site. Just gonna do a quick walkthrough. Fire pit area. Clean. Front balcony. Clean. Water filtration area. Clean. Clothesline area. Bare barrel area. Our rain patio. And our tent area. Hey. All right. This was a good spot. Left it very neat for the next people. All right. Leaving our site. We're on our way for day 4. Ishka, don't bite Mama's canoe or her canoe paddle.
You're taking a bucket mouthfuls of water.
We're coming up on the portage from Alpine into Raj Lake. This is a 79 meter or 79 rod port. So we're going to scope it out, see if the terrain is doable for the Meg, and if it's not, we'll go back and check out the 100 meter, which is longer but might be more well traveled. So we'll see what there is to see.
Okay. Be careful.
All right, Maggie, you ready? Mishka, you ready? Michelle, you just look ready.
I'm going.
All right, let's do it. Come on, Meg. Come on, puppy. Good girl. Come on, Moo. Come on. Take a break. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's okay. Papa did that too. From Alpine Lake into Rog Lake. How do you pronounce this, sweetie?
I would say Rog.
Rog?
Yeah, but I have like a twang, you know, so Rog. It's not Rogue, so I would have to say it has to be Rog.
What about Raj?
Well, you're putting like an E at the end of it. There's no E.
Huh. Okay, well, it's ROG Lake. Rog. On this portage, I noticed a couple of things. Most of what's here is birch and cedar and pine and spruce, but this is a cherry tree, and this, I think that this is an American elm. It's kind of just a guess, but all right, we're on Rog Lake. It's a pretty small lake. Not too small. There's supposed to be one campsite on this lake. We're just going to take a peek at it. I guess since there's only one campsite here, this would probably be a pretty quiet lake to be on. There'd just be no opportunity for anybody to make any noise. But there could be people portaging from Seagull into Alpine using this. That portage that we did seemed pretty well used, although it rained and there was no footprints on it. That kind of leads me to believe that no one's used it in the last couple of days, at least. There's this little island right here, and then just beyond that island, I think, is the campsite. Okay. This is the only campsite on Raj. It's like fire pit. Mishka, you leave it. Somebody left some birch wood. This would probably be the tent pad area right here. Let's see what else we got. There's not much tall growth, trees in here. I don't see an obvious trail to the thunder box. Here. Huh? They do a good job of making these at least 200 feet from the water. I think this kind of looks quaint, but honestly, it's so early in the day, I'd like to move on and do the port into the next lake. Like there's two more loons over there. What do you think?
I mean, to me, this is the experience that you're desiring. This place would be quiet. You know, maybe some people paddle through, but people usually, you know, like, why would you double port for the chance of one camp? You know, you'd be passing through, you know, and why would you double port if you could single port? It's just easier to keep going that very small amount, you know. So yeah, I think that this will be quiet. We have 3 loons, but if you don't want to stay here, that's fine. You can go portage and go in.
Another beaver lodge. Very nice. is the portage, very, very short portage from Raj Lake into Seagull. Would you like Meg out?
Yeah, push it back. Wanna go check it out this month?
Okay, Seagull Lake. It's not our site on the point, but this is, in a way, kind of our second or fallback choice. It kind of looks nice from the water. Hopefully nobody's here already. Tent pad. Fire pit. It's not bad. We could spend a day here. Do you see the tent pad back there? And we are having, Michelle, what is this?
Cheddar bacon chicken.
Cheddar bacon chicken on crackers. You already eat all your num-nums?
Give you a crunch.
And we'll do a tour of the site once we get set up. But right now we're just having lunch. Right.
Look at that, it's so safe. Oh, Mishka.
Mag. Go on in, Mishka.
Hi, Momo. You want your rain gear over there?
Yes, please. Okay, back on Seagull Lake. We did decide to take this camp. This is our second choice. We got all set up. We got our trail up here to our raised site. We've got the tent set up over here. We come through this way to the kitchen. We've got our solar panel, food barrel, cooking stove. little sitting area. Got our map and our boundary water book. Water filtration station. And I think right there is going to be my fishing spot. I think it's time to do some fishing. I think we determined that this is either day 4 or day 5. I think it's day 4. 1 to the island, 2, 3 for the rain day. Yeah, it's day 4. But this is a very nice site. That was delicious. Okay. Something day morning. I think it's morning of day 5. We're leaving our site. Just gonna do a quick and final walkthrough. Make sure we didn't forget anything. Yeah. Everything looks good. Check the kitchen and the fire. We left a little bit of wood, some cuts, and a little bit of birch bark for the next campers. We got our water. Everything is neat. Leave no trace. All right. We're off to find our next site. All right, so we're leaving our camp, day 5. See, that was a very nice camp. It's kind of a long approach, like water access. But other than that, it was really pretty. And now we are off. Essentially, we're here. And we're going to paddle out to this point, and we're going to paddle over and we're going to check out the site on this island. And if that island site is taken as a fallback, I think we're going to paddle up to this island. So we'll check out 2 island sites today. Or 1 if the first one is available. All right. Off flying. He's over there now. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Okay, time to look at a campsite. Possible campsite. Oh boy. All right. Nice fire pit. Hey, don't steal all the firewood. Nice fishing area. A little bit of firewood. I haven't really seen a tent pad yet. I guess that's going to be the deciding factor. Unless... Oh, yeah, there's a tent pad here. The tent pad back here. Alright, we'll see what Michelle thinks. Whoa. Ooh, more firewood. Good girl. What do you think?
It's open. There's shade.
There's
We have
sun.
water. It's quiet. I think if we go further, we're gonna be closer and closer to people.
Yeah. Okay. Come down and look at the tent pad. Like I wouldn't say it's going to be easy for Meg. But let's go check it out. All right. Trip summary. Day summary. For day 5. We started out on Seagull Lake at this site right here. And then when we left this morning, we had the intention of looking at this site on this island and then this site on this island. And so when we came around, we made this crossing here. When we got to about here, we could see that the site, well, we actually couldn't see it, but we paddled up to here and then we paddled by. There was a big group there. And then we came around the south side of the island, and then we followed pretty much the same heading directly up to this island, which we could see was taken. We could actually see it from about back here, and we could see it was taken, so we decided to check out this site, which I don't know if you can see it on here, but this site looks like it's way back in the bay, but it's actually on this little point, that little peninsula. So anyhow, this is the site that we're in now, and it's a very good site. Meg likes it. Mishka likes it. I like it. And I was telling Michelle that this is the first time that we've ever had a west-facing site. So usually our site gets really early morning sun, but generally it gets dark in our site before are ready to go to bed. But tonight it should stay light all the way until sunset. So that was today, day 5. Tent is set up. These boundary water sites, and I think kind of like a lot of Quetico sites and Wabakimi, etc., they're multi-leveled, multi-tiered, like platforming. So we had to walk down into the bedroom and come up here to like a sunset viewing area. A nice little bay over here, a nice little bay over here, and out to the main lake that way. Canoe barrel, everything drying, food preparation station. This has been my relaxation area. This thing's like a Barco lounger. And water filtration. And down here is the canoe. I still have to bring this up. But it's a good sight. The plan for tomorrow is we are currently at this site right here on Seagull Lake, right on the edge of 3 Mile Island. And we're going to paddle up around this point, and essentially we're just going to kind of like follow the shore all the way to this little channel right here. And then I've already got our bearings set to come across into the takeout point. And it's kind of cool because the takeout point is right here. The parking is right here. So we'll drop the canoe. I'll run and get the truck. I'll come back. We'll pack everything on the truck. And then our campsite is actually just like right here. So yeah, we'll have a really short drive to get back to the camp where our RV is staged. That's the plan for day 6. Michelle, what is for dinner tonight?
Melt in your mouth chicken. Liver sun pasta.
All right. This is our last morning in our Boundary Waters trip and Trails End. We're getting ready to go. I think for the first time ever, we have a Boundary Waters tailwind on our exit day. Historically, the Boundary Waters has never let us out without a fight. It's always been a headwind with white caps. I'll take it. Hello. Mishka, sit down, please. And we're back. What was that? Meg? Holy mackerel. You're giving me a run for my money. Mishka, what did I tell you about going into that lake? I said you're supposed to do it. Don't worry, we can cut all of the stuff out that doesn't involve us kissing.